What's up, YouTube? What up? This is probably the first time you are seeing me as my body. I'm not this fat. It's the jacket, I swear. I was originally going to talk about starting as a beginner, what you should do, because I would consider myself like beginner intermediate. I haven't put in that many miles on motorcycles, but I feel like I would be able to give advice to those who are starting now. But there are some races going on at the place I was going to film this video, so we're on to plan B. Now, I have a serious question for you guys, but first, let's get on the motorcycle. And we's out. She may not be fully warmed up, but it's acceptable. She's just cold-blooded, that's it. Now that we've made it out here, I feel like it's a good time to mention what I was going to talk about. So I was going to go out to the fairgrounds, and because the atmosphere's pretty nice out there. And here, I'm just going to let you guys check this out here. We'll be there in a sec. So anyway, I was going to record a video out at the nice fairgrounds, and they're having races, which I'm not complaining about. I love the races, but at the same time, I don't think I can record a video down there if there's stuff going on. I don't know. I probably could, but as we noticed already in the YouTube short I uploaded, I don't like people. Yeah, look at all those cars. Ain't happening. So what we're doing today is we're going to talk about my ideas of getting another motorcycle. Now, for some insight for the people who this video is going to kind of be directed towards, just about everybody, experienced people, give me your information. I have been looking on Facebook Marketplace, and I have been blessed by the wonders that it offers, and I am looking for another motorcycle. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my Shadow. She has been perfect to me. It is the best beginner bike. I'm sure I had my visor up this whole time, so you guys probably couldn't hear me there. Well, back to what I was saying. I'm looking for a new motorcycle. And I have recently, there's a lot of options I'm considering. I'm thinking of getting something a little different from the cruiser world, maybe a sport bike. I've also thought about naked bikes. And ever since I went on Facebook Marketplace, I have been blessed by the Kawasaki Z800. There have been 3 different listings within the location, and I don't know if that's just my calling to where I have to get one. I don't know. I'm looking for some advice to any owners of that bike. Another bike I've been seeing all the time has been the ZX6R. It's made a surprise appearance in a lot of listings I've seen. It seems like a real fun bike. Not my only problem, not super streetable. The reason I don't daily this bike is because it's not really the best daily bike. It rides just fine. It would be perfect for commuting. The only problem, it's carbureted. I don't know if I can stress this enough. She's so cold-blooded that it'll take a few minutes to warm up, but that's just a few minutes too many when you got to get going in the morning for all the school, work, anything you want to do. You're screwed if you have a carbureted bike, if you want to get to some daily riding. Stop sign. Stop it. What hit me? Frick you. Whatever hit me in the leg. Hope I didn't lose anything. Probably didn't. Anyway, as I was saying, in reality, I just need something fuel injected. That is my base minimum. Otherwise, I am looking for something. If I were to get a sport bike, I want at minimum a 650. Probably not a Ninja 650. I don't like how those. I'm not really a big fan of the parallel twins. I guess. I don't know. They just kind of. I did test ride the other day, and I was going to make a video on that, but just cut to some footage there quick, and you'll realize why I didn't do that. Keep up. Yeah, it was pretty unbearable, and I didn't really capture any of the bikes. But the best bike that I thought I rode that day was the SV650. I liked how smooth the V-twin felt. It was a really nice bike. But another bike, this is going to be a super controversial take, and I don't know if it was that dealer in specific, but the bike I actually didn't like very much was the Duke 890, the KTM Duke 890. Now, I bet there's going to be plenty of people in the comments like, the Duke 890 is the best bike ever, yada yada. I didn't like it. I didn't, as opposed to the SV650, the way the Duke made the power of the engine just didn't give me that nice feeling like that SV650 did. It didn't feel right. And I'm pretty sure it was because of the parallel twin. Not for sure, but I think, oh, I gotta go left here. Whoops. We're gonna be waiting here. Actually, we're gonna take off. But anyway, back to my point. Well, I need something that's as big as that minimum 650 and preferably not a parallel twin. And I keep seeing the Kawasaki Z800 pop up in my feed, specifically the 2016 variant. And I don't know what the deal with them is, if there was something coherently wrong with them, or I quite literally just don't know. I don't know. Please render your opinion in the comments. I am bamboozled on what to do. Yeah, I'm looking for a new bike, more powerful than this one, preferably, because I had, again, this bike does you fine for just about everything except for passing. And this was not to discourage anyone planning to get this bike. If you're planning to get this bike, especially as your first, get it. No questions asked. Like, it shouldn't even be an afterthought. Get this bike, get it. But my problem that I had the other day, it just doesn't have very much passing power. The passing power on this bike is quite, some would call it, abysmal. It doesn't have very much torque, horsepower, whatever numbers you want to care about. But realistically, all I was trying to do the other day was pass a semi on the highway, and I was struggling. So I need something with enough, like, torque, but just power in general. Something that, like, because this thing, I was giving it all it's got. I shifted down into third, which, remember, this is a 4-speed bike. I shifted down into third, I did all the things. She really tries. Which is why it's so beginner friendly. Like, if you're, say on the highway, you're going 65 mile an hour, you're in fourth or top gear of the bike, you let that thing go wide open, nothing's happening. You're gonna be safe. This bike is really good for, like, cruising, and if you're not trying to pass, if you're just trying to have a chill highway ride, it's really great for that. But I've learned that I need something that fits the need of me. I'm still in school, so I need something fuel injected that I can just get up and go with, and nothing I have to worry about warming up for how many ever minutes in the morning and all the other fancy stuff. I don't know, please render your opinion in the comments on what bikes you recommend, what types of bikes you recommend. I don't know, I'm looking for something different. I need something new, something strange. You know, I still love motorcycling, and there's nothing that's gonna really change that. I'm still gonna ride. I'm gonna try to do motovlogs. Trust me, even though it seems like I'm not trying to upload, I've tried to record a couple other videos, and they've become unsuccessful, to say the least. One of them was test riding, and I just wasn't prepared on how much okay, the thing about this Honda Shadow is that your ergonomics, you are like lounging. I could, like, you know, I can lean fully back on this bike. I don't have any, like, I'm not leaned forward on this bike. I am leaned backward, if anything. So the lean angle on my back is probably like obtuse or something like that. Maybe not quite, but it sure does feel like it with this bike. This bike it's unique and it's amazing. I don't know, but I need something that will cater to my needs more, just as a rider trying to get to school. Whether that be quick or whether it just for it to be a daily rider, it just needs to have a lot of checkoffs to it. Holy crap, there's a huge meeting at Dairy Queen. Is that like a family of 30? Jesus. So anyway, that's quite literally the main point of this video. Again, I was going to record something completely different, but that did not go according to plan. We'll make that the next video. I hope you guys like the intro style. I do like what I usually do for motovlogs, but this is more of a, it's going to be shorter. And hopefully I can get some answers to what I need. I don't know, I'm hoping to make this channel something. I'm in high school, I hold a job, I'm in a ton of extracurriculars. It's hard for me to do anything, really. And I'm definitely gonna need to be sticking to the job if I wanna pay for any sort of motorcycles, that's for sure. Kind of diverting from the original topic of the video here, but I am looking for people to ride with. I always ride with my dad, and that is great. And I will always love riding with my dad. But it would be nice to broaden the horizons and have more people that are willing to ride on a regular basis as, like, friends. There's plenty of people in high school that are like, oh, I'll get into it. Oh, I want to buy the Ninja 400, and you know, a lot of people are all that, and then, you know, you can just tell that they just saw some stuff on social media and they're like, oh yeah, this is my thing now. Yeah, I'm a motorcyclist. I can do this. I can do that. So that's one group of people, and then the other group of people, I'm not really targeting people who don't want to ride. If you don't want to ride, that's fine. It's your choice whether you want to get into this hobby or not. It's expensive, and a lot of people view it in a way like you're threatening your life every time you go out, which you are. But I like to think of it like every time you ride your car, every time you walk down the street. It's what they teach you in the courses that you take. It's the same type of risk. It's just a little bit inflated. But it's the risk I'm willing to take to have a good time. So there's the people that just won't ride. Again, that's fine. And then there's the other people in high school who are usually my closest of friends. They're like, oh yeah, I want to get into riding, but I don't really want to start until I'm 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, whatever. And it's like, what do I do now? There's really no one to be around to ride in my age group. So like, there's not very many big group rides that happen here. There's been in all fairness, there has been a big resurgence of people in the motorcycle community that have been coming around this area. Though I can tell you for sure, the 2 years past of this, there were like no people, and if there were people, there were only cruiser riders. It's a very fun Harley Davidson community around here. Was anyway. But nowadays, I don't know if the younger is just all like bounced in on getting a bike or something, but I'm seeing a lot more like sport bikes, or just a lot more bikes in general. A lot of more people are getting into the culture of riding, which I couldn't be more stoked about. I haven't got a chance to talk to one of them. I almost did. I think I saw an R1 the other day, which is kind of crazy. There's an H2 in town. Like, that was just absolutely insane to me. Like, I don't know. Yeah, but I always look for people to ride with, and and I wasn't saying for earlier, like the people that make the excuses, oh, I don't want to start till this age, or the people who, like, the only people I don't really agree with are the people who they see a social media post about some guy on a sport bike, and they're like, oh, this is my thing now, so I'm just going to tell everybody that I'm going to get a bike. Most commonly the Ninja 400, that's how I know they're lying. I mean, the Ninja 400 is a great bike, but whenever I hear anyone who's younger, who's like, oh, I'm about to get my first bike, and they take a picture of the Ninja 400 on the official Kawasaki website, I know it's just like, yeah, that ain't happening. It's not happening. That's my couple of rants. I don't know. I need people to ride with. I need it. It would definitely be favorable to have some buddies I could just, ride with as, friends. I love riding with my dad, but, him and I are only so available, so I like to get as much riding in as possible. And I usually don't like riding alone, but it is nice talking with you guys and having my little community. I'm at 32 subs for 2 videos? That's not bad at all. I'm not complaining it whatsoever. I think if I maintained a more consistent schedule, I could make this into something. I could make this into a little community. Look at that sunset. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the sunset. That's what I'm eager to see. Yeah, this is wide open if you're curious. Yeah. So this bike, it's a great beginner bike. It'll keep you nice. We're at 55. Say we're in 4th gear. This is your top gear. I don't think I'll go into 3rd here just because of the risks involved, but wide open. And we gained 5 miles an hour after that. Is that another motorcycle? Is that another motorcycle? Oh yeah, buddy. Yes. I've been enjoying this ride. I haven't been talking as much. I finished my main talking point, so there's probably gonna be a huge cut just in the middle of nowhere, but that's okay. Today was meant to be a short motovlog anyway, just something to. It's like a filler episode. To those of you watching to the end, please do leave a comment about the main title. I think I'm okay to get a bigger bike. I think we'll try to pass through the racetrack one more time, maybe. I'm not very familiar with this neighborhood, so. Is that another motorcycle, or am I just seeing the car with one headlight? Please. Aw, it's a car. I better head home, get this video edited and stuff. I put my heart and soul into every video I make, so please like and subscribe to make my soul alive again. Yup. That's a thing. Through the grass. Okay. Well, I hope my phone didn't die during that ride, because taking audio is actually very draining of the battery. And we're still at 31%. We only went down 4%. It's crazy. Oh my goodness gracious. That's nice. And it's not completely dark out this time now. Go forward a bit. Ah. Okay. Well, peacing out for now. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. It was quite fun to make. And yeah, that's about it. Peace out.